Remarkably, the general has not cried out in pain even once. The apothecaries and healers still fear he will lose the arm. True ice almost always means death to mortals. Yet Darius has borne these unimaginable agonies through gritted teeth and a torrent of florid curses directed at everyone in the camp. Hunched upon a pallet of furs, he is as close to the roaring hearth as we dare put him, sheened with feverish sweat. Curiously, the Freljordian priests have offered little counsel. They were only too happy to accompany our war host when we entered the Northlands as guests of the Frostguard so many months ago. Though their battle plate marks them as warriors and not ambassadors, they advised us on safe marching routes and customs of the troll tribes that we might exploit during our campaign. Now the three of them remain huddled in whispered conference, casting furtive glances at the general and those attending him. The most senior frost priest, the greying veteran Hjolfr, turns his one-eyed gaze to me. He sees what the others see, what anyone would see. A lowly blade squire, plain and unremarkable. For a moment, he falters, as if trying to peer through an icy ocean gale, fingers hovering over the axe at his hip. My lesser sisters may struggle to maintain illusion under such scrutiny, yet to me it is as simple as breathing. I send the thought, cleanly and subtly. Nothing is amiss. Hjolfr's eye narrows, then he returns to his brethren and their secretive debate. Feigning intent to refill the general's water cup, I rise and head for the tent's doorway. I will discard this appearance, and when we break camp, I will find another. None will note the absence of the young blade squire, or recall his name. Few will remember he was ever here. Lord Vladimir is not one to linger out in the morning's light, at least not without good reason. By the rosy tint of his cheek, I would guess his night was spent incognito in some decadent salon of the noble houses, likely hosted by that buffoon Edvin Cortain, or one of the Narades. With his hood drawn up, Vladimir crosses the marketplace, keeping a wary eye upon the towers at the immortal bastion's center. Oh my. Is he attempting to be stealthy? Adorable. Nonetheless, I will not make the mistake that so many of my lesser sisters have, by underestimating the Hemomancer and his abilities. I keep a good distance between us, turning my stolen face to the nearest merchant's wares whenever he looks back. Where are you going, Vlad? And who, I wonder, is worth such secrecy? The bells ring out over Phalor. The occupation of Ionia is over, by order of our new Grand General. Noxus is leaving. A curse upon the name of Jericho Swain. We should have ended him when we had the chance, yet my lesser sisters deemed him no further threat to our enterprises. A curse on them too. Wearing the guise of a grizzled adjutant half out of uniform, I hurry along the fortress battlement to the Oceanwood Keep. Through the gate, a curt salute to 3 naval officers clutching a war's worth of cartography between them, coming in the other direction. I recognize one, captain of the Ember Drake, though she pays me no heed. I turn the corner and assume her visage. To the men frantically crating the High Command archives, I am merely the captain returning on some newly remembered errand. The barked threat of a public flogging, and one of them unlocks the heavy doors leading to the lower vaults. Down, left, toward the Dael e Ahira, the dreaming pool of Phalor. With Noxian forces withdrawing in haste from the First Lands, this may be my last opportunity to... No matter. In the tunnel's gloom, another of my sisters stands over the body of a war mason, a dagger between his shoulders. I raise my hand, tracing an arcane sigil, which she returns with the appropriate shibboleth. Satisfied, I return to the surface and the warship berth that awaits me. The tranquility of the royal gardens is renowned throughout Demacia. Whatever transpires beyond these high walls might as well be 1,000 miles away, for it does not interrupt the gentle swaying of the trees, nor the sweet morning chorus of birdsong. I kneel upon a grimy cushion, dragging my trowel between the rose bushes in a pantomime of gardening, as I watch the seneschal pace the gravel path, hands clasped gently behind his back. No one ever questions my presence here. Why would they? It is inconceivable that any intruder would make it this far, within the palace grounds unchallenged, and in the presence of the great seneschal himself, no less. He is a creature of habit, rising an hour before dawn and the commencement of his daily duties. I wonder, does he gaze east in anticipation of the sunrise, or in memory of his distant homeland? He smiles at me as he passes, bowing his head. Any of my lesser sisters might be disarmed by the genuine warmth he shows even to an anonymous old servant, but I am made of sterner stuff. Then he pauses, quite unexpectedly, beneath the resplendent boughs of a nearby silver birch, before stooping to pluck something up from the earth. A seed. A single seed. He regards it for a long moment, before slipping it into a pocket and continuing on his way. The chamber walls ripple with 1,000 glyphs, boiling and melting into one another. Here, at the heart of my false empire, I will divine the path forward. My lesser sisters are scattered throughout the countless nations and kingdoms of this world, at any given moment, engaged in schemes and machinations without number, each sincerely believing they alone are the one true LeBlanc. I suppose I should ask myself then, what do I believe? No matter. I am everywhere, and I am everyone.